believe you believed me. How easy it was to deceive you all. Your love and admiration in the palm of my hands, and now I'm taking what you love and I'm leaving. You won't know when, you won't know where, but I'm getting out of here. I was frozen in the ice. You gave me shelter, you gave me life. Opened your heart for me to break. Rose up to get you. You stupid old man, I am a snake. I am a snake. So throw your hate and despise me. I'm a coward, I'm a liar, I've heard it all before. See, I built this world around you with my own two hands. So now I'm leaving in ashes behind me. They all wanna stop me, but I ain't going down. Set their Messiah on fire. I put the range on the ground, like a king on his throne, with the people at my feet. I am complete. I was frozen in the ice. You gave me shelter, you gave me life. Opened your heart for me to break. Rose up to get you. You stupid old man. I was frozen in the ice. You gave me shelter, you gave me life. Opened your heart for me to break. Rose up to get you. You stupid old man. I am a snake. I am a snake. I am a snake. I am a snake.
Hello, kids. My name is Super Blizzard. I was brought before you here today to help instruct you in the fine art of language, or to be more precise, spelling. I'm being assisted today by Mr. Damien Sandow on vocals. I'm going to play guitar. If there's no further questions, we can begin. All right. V is for deliberate speech, the pure and honest way, never speaking until you know exactly what to say. A is for appreciating all the finest arts, expressions of the human soul that warm our wanting hearts. M is for magnanimous and merciful the same, for every king that's worth his crown has mercy to his name. I is for intelligence and sharpness of the mind, a quality divine assigned to all great men you'll find. E is for exuberance, for knowledge newly found, for no great journey ever started staring at the ground. N is for nyctophobia, the fear of darkness deep, why all great genius knows to keep a nightlight while you sleep. Very good. That concludes the first half of our lesson. Are there any questions?
I have a question.
I see there's no questions, so if you will so oblige me, we shall move on to the second half of our lesson. Silence, please. Mr. Sandow. S is for sympathy, a most important trait. To understand your fellow man is to be truly great. A is for accomplishment and a healthy sense of pride, for even the smallest of victories may fill you up inside. N is for nightlight. I know I'm repeating myself, but I cannot stress enough how important nightlights are to the development of human genius. D is for demonstrative, with kindness and with love. With what we show, we shape the world that we are dreaming of. O is for oblivion, the great unknown abyss. This is exactly the kind of thing that makes having a nightlight an invaluable resource. W is for waking each and every lovely day in a world of possibilities where genius comes to play. Now, that concludes our lesson. If you have any questions for me or Mr. Sandow, now would be the appropriate time.
Why is he wearing a bathrobe?
Yeah, we're finished here.
Somebody gonna learn the alphabet. Somebody gonna learn some English. Somebody gonna learn the alphabet. Somebody gonna learn some English.
Come, goddammit.
Do the music or I'll start singing. That's a threat.
Well, now's no time for joking around. Just quiet down your chatter. Weekend pro wrestling is no laughing matter, baby. From Impact to Raw to SmackDown Blue, you'll be good at math and science if you only listen to Get Serious. Oh, get serious. Oh, get serious.
Enough! Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 191 of Woo Get Serious. My name is Gunnar, and that is Omega BR.
I always prefer going down south.
I bet you do. That's absolutely disgusting, though. Joining us this week is our wonderful technical producer, Mr. Yankum DDS.
You might want to read the chat there, Gunner.
Alright, so Yankum DDS is actually out of service at the moment, but also joining us this week is our wonderful Vassar.
Hello!
That other guy that was correcting me a second ago, who shouldn't, was NetJester.
Also back from a long hiatus, and I gotta say, the product placement here between East and West is more blatant than when the WWE tried to put that burger in the same room as the world's strongest man.
Exactly. Alright, and also joining us this week from West, it's your favorite Filipino. That's WFC Masters.
I'm dealing with a crying niece, but what's up?
There you go, crying niece.
Sorry about
And there's another guy who joined the room. I think you all know him as Dog. He save us, Dog, really. But he'll be joining us in a moment here. Alright, so, with that being said, and our vacations being over, and the time has come, let's talk about the news! Shinsuke Nakamura will apparently be leaving New Japan sooner than expected at the end of the month. He was stripped of the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, and Kenny Omega will challenge an unnamed opponent for that title. There's talk Nakamura will be the face of the WWE Network in Japan, where it recently launched. Rocky Romero, who had been rumored to be up for a trainer job with WWE, confirmed he's staying in New Japan, along with Bad Luck Fale, while Tama Tonga hinted he'll become a free agent. There's also talk that WWE wants to buy the rights to the Bullet Club in order to push their own merchandise, but it could be just rumors stemming from Twitter comments made by Pro Wrestling Tees. I read the Twitter comments by Pro Wrestling Tees, and apparently Pro Wrestling Tees can't make any more Bullet Club merch, because that stuff is in dispute.
I think they were possibly just joking, but it wouldn't shock me if WWE wanted to buy the rights to it. I mean, it is a pretty decent merchandise machine, even if they had the trademark on it. I mean, good lord, all this New Day merchandise coming out because it's selling like some kind of warm pastry.
Yes, warm pastry. I find it interesting that Tama Tonga has become a free agent.
Well, I think on Twitter he said something like, "Sorry to burst your bubble, but hashtag free agent," in response to reports that perhaps he was not leaving. So it could be a matter of, well, I guess all these guys had contracts expire at the same time, but it could be a matter of he's just kind of teasing it for if he does in fact go to WWE. I don't know if they had a lot of interest in him compared to the big four that we've been hearing about.
Well, it's another Samoan-like creature, and you know how much they love those Samoans. I don't know. Rocky Romero staying with New Japan says that he's still got more to add to the wrestling business, which I agree. He's not done yet. It would be much like if, basically, when Death Ray decided to take the trainer position as opposed to a Divas position, if you would. But here's the big thing, and this is something I've seen on Woo. People are discussing that apparently it's no big deal. They're making no big deal of Nakamura leaving because they're putting him into a superstar match with his Chaos stable and basically a Ishii and Tanahashi and a bunch of other people, and like one other person or two other people in a match when really he should be going out on his back by himself. It's kind of strange at how they're booking him. Whoa, dog!
Whoa, easy there, dog.
That's not working out.
That's sounding like me earlier. Your microphone is not happy with dog.
Apparently, dog is now Save Us Chipmunk. Wow, this show is going fantastic,
isn't it? It's just full of right things happening and good things happening too. So no, the big deal here is that the four, if you would, Bullet Club. And we'll talk about this more in the 15-minute time limit. Bullet Club, tag team members, Carl Anderson and the big guy, fucking Gallows. Nakamura and AJ Styles are rumored to start. AJ Styles is probably going to enter in the Royal Rumble, considering they've announced the 29 members of the Royal Rumble. And there's not going to be any surprises, of course. No. And nobody's going to steal their number like they stole Nunzio's number or something like that. That's not going to happen at all.
No.
You think it's a good idea for them to be announcing this in advance?
Yes, because it means that you can. That they need to strip the title, so that they need to strip the title and do something with it. But apparently, this is another person who's going into the company who has a big name, who can't lose the title.
Right.
I find that to be strange.
Speaking of can't lose the title, John Cena's shoulder surgery.
Sorry, but I just got back real quick. Before we move on, sorry. Is anybody else shocked that all of a sudden IGPW decided to suddenly strip the IC strap from Nakamura? I mean, everybody knows he's leaving, but this just seems, almost petty.
It's one of two decisions. It's either he goes out on his back, and that might be the WWE's fault. You're saying that he can't go out on his back. Or it might just be the fact that Gato has decided that he didn't want that to happen, and that's not the way he wanted it. We will never know. But I got mad because people were saying that, he doesn't want to go out on his back. It's his fault. Like, really? Come on, man.
And now many people are mocking us for our use of IGPW. Congrats.
It's okay, West. That's Net Jester for you. You'll get to love him.
No, you won't.
Sometimes he pulls so hard he rips the skin.
Alright, so John Cena's shoulder surgery has a typical recovery time of 6 months, meaning he will most likely miss WrestleMania, even with a speedy recovery. Sasha Banks looks to be out of action with a partially torn MCL, keeping her sidelined until February. Paige has been kept off the road due to a mild concussion. Randy Orton confirmed that he will not need neck surgery following his shoulder surgery. WWE is sending William Regal and the NXT team of Gable and Jordan to do a signing at the Evolve event during Royal Rumble weekend, with Regal possibly scouting the training session beforehand.
Does Paige's neck have anything to do with Charlotte repeatedly dropping her on her head, or her concussion?
Probably. to be perfectly honest.
I've got reports of Meltzer saying that Rusev has been injured at a house show as well, as early as Sunday.
No, Rusev wasn't injured. Rusev is in India. He got really mad on Twitter, apparently, and said something about it.
Right.
But okay, come on now. You have at least half of your main event divas and main event boys, basically, on the shelf right now, missing WrestleMania season for sure. They're saying that Orton could potentially be back in the middle of whatchamacallit? Middle of March, but they're not penciling him for anything WrestleMania related because they can't trust it to go through. My question is this: Daniel Bryan has been making this push, and we'll you know what? Screw it. We'll leave that for the 15-minute time limit. Okay. So another interesting thing is the Gable and Jordan doing a signing at Evolve, and Regal doing some sort of speaking role. That's what's being advertised. What do you guys think of that?
I am excited about those two guys. They have a lot of talent, a lot of promise, and now they've got their own official team name, American Alpha. Sounds like every 80s cop show ever, and I love it.
That sounds vaguely familiar. Why does that gimmick name sound familiar?
American Alpha? Well, there was an alpha male. Marcus Corban. And you might be confusing it with Mr. America, who in no way, shape, or form resembles Hulk Hogan at all. But that would be just about it. All right, since that's all set, let's get into the 15-minute time limit.
Stupid freaking rollerball mouse.
I figured as much. All right, for the 15-minute time limit this week, we're going to split it up into a couple of things. Number one, I would like to bring up the Alberto Del Rio and Kalisto match from Raw. That was some fun shit. I haven't enjoyed much of Raw lately, and I don't think anybody has, but watching that was fun. That was a good match. I really, really liked it. They played both their characters well, and there was a bunch of innovation in there, and I'm looking forward to Thursday when they have their rematch.
I want to see more of that. I really want to see more of those types of matches in Raw. I mean, it was really good, and it looks like they're finally pushing Kalisto to be into the Rey Mysterio spot as a masked luchador who can flip around and do all sorts of crazy fun stunts.
Exactly, and it's nice to see a counteract to Alberto Del Rio's pretty, very strong style. It's a very slower, different style of working, but it's still, lucha influenced. But this is more traditional luchador, and now he's my left knee, basically. But he's not my left knee because his left knee is just fine.
Also a very good counterpoint to Sin Cara, in that he doesn't horribly botch every move that he does forever.
Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Sin Cara. Thank you for separating your shoulder. Because now we have U.S. champion Kalisto.
Well, even Kalisto does the trampoline spot 10 times better than Sin Cara.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's surprising.
It's not his fault. It's anybody that puts that mask on is cursed.
Oh, pretty much. It's just the gimmick is terrible and it needs to die. And I really hope, honestly, that they drop it and that they decide that the Sin Cara experiment is over. Another thing that I would like to point out is everybody's favorite diva, Eva Marie. It is National Kiss a Ginger Day.
She's not even a real ginger.
I know. That's the whole point.
Oh no.
So apparently, she's so bad that she's using the sliced bread number 2 as her finish, but it's not the sliced bread number 2. She just kind of walks up and does like an amateur bulldog. It's like terrible. So they're trying to give her a new finish, which is just like an inverted overdrive or something like that. And I'm like, what could possibly be worse than that? What could possibly be worse than giving Eva the overdrive?
Flying nothing?
Giving half the roster the overdrive? Oh wait, that happened.
I can't.
I don't understand the purpose of Eva Marie. Like, I understand that NXT is the developmental, the place where you develop your skills, but she's not even good enough to be the jobber that someone like Asuka or Bayley squashes on a weekly match.
She's gonna win the title from Bayley. How mad does that make you?
Oh,
my head already hurt. I don't know why you had to do that.
She's gonna do it with her patented finisher, the EMT, which is really can you guess what it is?
Boo! Boo!
What is the EMT, Omega?
Well, it's just a DDT, is all.
See, even if she just had a DDT, it'd be fine. Because we would expect that.
Well, she probably fucked that up, too. I mean, look, at some point, she's just going to have to realize that she's awful and just do backstage stuff or modeling or go away forever.
I'm sure she will eventually.
I appreciate that she's trying. I do. I can appreciate that, she thinks this is what she wants and that she's putting in the effort to at least try and get better. But she's terrible. She's not going to make it. She just needs to go do something else.
Let's move on to something good here. Okay, so remember how we were ragging on the Divas and how we were ragging on Charlotte before when she was involved in that Bella feud?
Yeah.
In that Paige feud? How about that fucking whatchamacallit? Becky Lynch feud right now? Holy shit, this is awesome. I love Ric Flair. I love Ric Flair to pieces.
On a scale of 1 to Ric Flair, I like that he comes out full Ric Flair drunk every night. You have to respect that kind of dedication.
I like the fact that he's full on soccer mom.
This is the proper way to use Ric Flair and to cover any deficiencies in talent or promo skills that Charlotte may have, and
she can learn from him, and that's perfect.
Right.
How many shots does he take before he goes out into the arena every night?
Well, the correct answer is all of them. All of the shots.
Exactly. All of them. Oh, Violator. I just got your tweet. Violator just tweeted me the Eva Marie action figure, and man, does that look like ass. Holy shit.
Oh
I'll
Jesus
retweet
Christ.
that shit.
Yeah.
I'll retweet that shit, and you guys can take a look at that on the Smark Snark Twitter. Oh my god. Alright, so anyway, what were we talking about besides Eva Marie? We were talking about the Becky Lynch is a great promo. Becky Lynch is a great promo. I want to see more Becky Lynch promos.
I really, really like her. She's very good, which means she's probably not going to go anywhere.
I think she's the one that's going to take the title from her.
I don't know.
Oh, go ahead.
She's good, and usually people like the divas that are actually good at wrestling, they get the opposite of what they should get.
This tends to happen.
I'm convinced that
Which is in
this Divas Revolution that they started isn't actually going to start until, like, later. Like, there's going to be some time down the road where there's going to be an actual, just organic, real Divas Revolution that they're not going to call as such. Because, you know, they can't really do that. But I have a feeling just sometime down the road, maybe not even this year, maybe next year, but I don't know. I'm usually optimistic about these sort of things, and
I actually completely agree with you. I think that the Divas matches are taking time to grow with the new girls. The biggest mistake that they made was bringing in way too many people way too fast. It should have been more of a, eventual kind of thing. Obviously, they needed to do something that was completely different from what it was before. But if you slowly started turning these matches into, like, brutal beatdowns and whatnot, and actually let them go 15, 20 minutes. And the best part about this feud? There's progression. There's actual week-to-week progression, which you can tell. And that's amazing. See what happens?
Yeah, this one...
so simple. It's so very simple. Come on,
This one feud is good, but basically everything else they're doing with the Divas Division has been pretty much junk. You've still got some amazing talents just sitting on the sidelines. Poor Foxy. Every week I have to come on the show and say, poor Alicia Fox, because she's fantastic and does not get the attention she deserves. Tamina Snuka should be a monster heel running all over the Divas division, destroying everyone who gets in her way. I just, there's so much more they could be doing besides just what they are doing. They're putting in effort, but it kind of feels like the minimal effort to me.
Right.
It's still more effort than they were putting in before, which was none whatsoever. But, I guess I can't complain too much. There has been progression.
All right, so how much time do we have left on this 15-minute time limit?
I'd say about 5.5. Up 5.
All right, Brock Lesnar. Does he win the Royal Rumble?
I hope so.
I'm actually going to say no.
No, he won't.
Well, you're going to have to set something up for WrestleMania, and of course, what everybody wants to see again, he said with tremendous amounts of sarcasm, is Lesnar Reigns too, and by everybody, I mean Vince. So, what better way to set it up than Lesnar winning the Rumble, and then Reigns making that titanic, dramatic, so worthy of a hero struggle all the way back to WrestleMania to do this shit again. Minus what saved that match last year, of course, which was Seth Rollins and the cash-in.
Vince just recorded everything that Jester said, and he's going to listen to it later with a bottle of Jergens and a box of tissue, because, yep.
So, tell me something. What happens when AJ Styles wins the Rumble?
The internet
what?
collectively shits itself.
I already just shit myself thinking about it.
AJ Styles wins the Rumble. That is my call. That is 100% my call.
Okay.
I believe that
a little bit out there, but we'll see.
He makes his debut and wins the Rumble.
There's no way.
Only because it is the best surprise, shock, and way to make everybody else question what's going on. And he comes out and he fights Baylor with the Bullet Club.
Oh, God, yes.
That would be an interesting way to do it. I would really
because it'll be like this, right? So you've got the Bullet Club coming in through the crowd, and then they help AJ win the match. They carry AJ around, blah, 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 blah. Baylor comes out at the end, full makeup, full...
Bullet Club will make the transition from NJPW to...
All you need is Carl Anderson. Why am I blinking? Gallows. All you need is Carl Anderson and Gallows, and you need AJ, and then you have Baylor come out, and he's got the NXT title.
Bullet Club, like the NWO when it came to the WWE.
Kind of, sort of. Right, and then you have, and then they come out, and then they too sweet each other, and then Gallows drops AJ, and then they all attack AJ. And they turn on him.
To cut in, but everyone is giving you shit for saying Baylor instead of Balor.
Balor, whatever. It's fine.
If you have issues with that, feel free to contact Gunner at smarksnark.com. All complaints to Gunner at smarksnark.com. To
which I respond to all that, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, and suck it. That's what I have to say to that. But Finn Balor, God. So Balor is going to basically he comes out with the NXT title, and then they come out, and then they turn on AJ. I mean, obviously you're blowing 3 months worth of feud right there, potentially, but I don't know if the Bullet Club works with Balor or with AJ better.
See, you've got good ideas. And I really want to believe that'll happen, but, this is WWE.
This is the problem, though. Obviously, WWE, good ideas, but at the same time, do you see... I could see Lesnar Reigns not happening with the title. And the only way to get it off the two of them, and get it away from the two of them, is to get away from the Royal Rumble. Is to get it off of Reigns and not have Lesnar win the Rumble. That's the only way.
And this would be the only other viable option, you think?
Relatively speaking, I mean, you can put it on Ambrose, you can put it on Owens. I think Owens is going for the Taker match, though. I would like to see Owens in the Taker match.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I would like to see Owens try to pile driver Taker.
That would be fun.
Alright, I'm calling it now. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Alright, let's hear it. I can't wait for this one.
Last two... Lesnar and Reigns, they both go over at the same time. And co-champions...
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Why would you do that?
End it there. We can't.
They
Jesus,
split
no,
the
no, no, no,
They
no,
split
no.
the belt down the middle. Decided to
That's 15 minutes.
Ask this question. Dana White, how the hell did you get into this chat room, and what the hell have you done with Omega BR?
Fuck this, I'm out of here. What the fuck?
I'm hungry.
I'm eating something right now.
Ice cream, ice cream, ice cream!
Let's go through the Dairy Queen drive-thru.
Dairy Queen drive-thru. Dairy Queen drive-thru.
With the ratings, it's going to be Vassar.
As usual. And now with the ratings. TNA Impact. The first show on Pop on a slight tape delay drew 255,000 viewers, down 5% from the last 9 p.m. showing on Destination America, which had 269,000 viewers. SmackDown. The USA SmackDown premiere drew... It's okay. The USA Network premiere of SmackDown drew 2,757,000 viewers, up from the Sci-Fi New Year's Eve viewers. And finally, Raw.
Raw on the USA Network premiere drew.
We were hearing Vassar.
Yep, we're having some issues here. Vassar. SmackDown on USA Network drew 2.757 million, up from Sci-Fi New Year's Eve show with 1.658 million, and Raw drew 3.323 million, down 7% from last week's 3.575 million. That is it for the ratings.
Raw.
We got it for the ratings.
Yeah, Raw was 3.323 million, down 7% from the 3.575 million the previous week.
All right. With the birthdays.
Technical difficulties.
With the birthdays, it's WFC Masters.
All right. Trying to give out some shout-outs to birthdays. On the 12th, B. Brian Blair and Luna Vachon.
Fuck the B. Brian Blair! I break his back, I make him humble.
On the 13th, Shad Gaspard, John Cronus, Mason Ryan, Tadasuke, and Yujiro Takahashi. On the 14th, for Hacksaw, Jim Duggan. On the 15th, celebrating is Bull Buchanan, Eddie Graham, Kelly, and Shane McMahon.
Do you know what my favorite show should be? 2 hours of Kelly.
Oh, Jesus.
Here. On the 16th, Dick and Erbit and my enormous dong. What the fuck? You guys. On the 17th, Kevin Thorne and Chase Stevens. And finally on the 18th...
Welcome to my world, dude.
Peril Aguayo Sr., Ted DiBiase, and Justin Idol. Swear to God, you guys.
Those are meant for Chester, but okay.
I'm so glad you came.
And now for This Week in Wrestling with Omega BR.
Yes, this week in wrestling history, circa 1939, where the Great Mephisto defeats Billy Wagner to win the Midwest Wrestling Association World Light Heavyweight title in Columbus, Ohio, beginning his third reign and ending Widener's third. Jump to 1951, where Mars Bennett defeats Nell Stewart for the NWA Texas Women's title in Houston, Texas. And in 1999, Magic defeats Chino Martinez to become the first Bloody Rage Wrestling League American Heavyweight Champion in Edison, New Jersey. And that was This Week in Wrestling History.
Happy trails. Give me some happy trails, Samus Dog. If your microphone is working.
Is my mic working?
It's working! Yay!
It's working.
Alright, cool. I thought it was dead. Happy trails. Happy trails to Johnny Football himself, Johnny Manziel, who has been offered help by Jake the Snake Roberts, hoping to contact him, which he's got to be in some bad news if he's getting help from Jake the Snake.
How fucked up does your life have to be if Jake the Snake Roberts is like, dude, you need help, let me help you?
Yeah, it's his life isn't nearly that fucked up either. He'll get signed for some shitty team, I'm sure. But anyway,
Dog, I'd like to point out that Manziel is getting a bunch of shit again.
Well, I mean, so it'll all pan out. He knows how to play football. That's all that's important, right? Yes, right. Okay. And then happy trails to
get drunk, but football is another questionable thing.
Yeah, that's true. And then happy trails to Sonny, who pled guilty to several DUI-related charges and will be sentenced on January 29th, which, knowing some of the stuff that she's been doing, DUI is probably not that bad.
Wait, she's back in the U.S.?
Yes.
Yeah, the last I heard, she was in Mexico, right?
On vacation, I thought.
Yeah. Those very, few people, maybe the one or two of you who have been listening for a long time, may remember the span during which I said that if Sunny did not wind up in our happy trails, I will donate $1 to a charity for every week that she's not there. I think I ended up giving $15
for an entire year.
Yeah, for an entire year, there was $15 that I gave to what was it? It was one of those kids' presents things. I don't remember which one.
Make-A-Wish?
No, the presents, like the actual...
Toys for Tots.
Yeah, that one. It was Toys for Tots.
Mothers Against Drunk Divas?
Apparently.
Yeah. So $15 for an entire year's worth of Happy Trails where she wasn't in them. And God damn it, Sonny, just get it together.
All right, let's do some match suggestions. I'm just going to go down up the list here. WFC Masters, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Well, with all the talk of Shinsuke Nakamura actually coming to the WWE, I feel I should remind our faithful listeners that Brock Lesnar and Shinsuke Nakamura actually did have a match back in 2006. So just get up the internet and go look up Lesnar versus Shinsuke Nakamura at the Tokyo Dome 2006.
Vassar, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
If you haven't seen the AAW Unstoppable, there was at least one decent match during that whole clusterfuck of a pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. It was it was Chris Hero versus Colt Cabana. Yes. And oh my god, he's gotten fat.
Save us, dog. What should we watch this week in wrestling?
Well, with all the talk about the Bullet Club, you should go back and watch that match at New Year's Dash, where it was, I think it was a 5-man or it was a 10-man tag, where eventually you see a big turn and what may lead to AJ Styles coming to the U.S.
Net Jester, what should we watch this week in wrestling? Net Jester.
Okay, I'm sorry. My system's dropping more than, a wannabe porn star at an adult convention. But basically what I want to say, in case somebody else hasn't said it already, is if you want to know why AJ Styles is coming to the WWE beside the money, the setup for that was the tremendous, great New Year's Dash card where the Bullet Club... Wow.
Ada. All right,
like I said, dropping. There you go.
Save us just literally had that suggestion. You are disqualified this week. Omega BR, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
My system's fault, not mine.
I'm going to say Jimmy Graffiti versus Rey Mysterio Jr.
From when?
This millennium.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Yankum, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Actually, it might have been last millennium.
How about the Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch NXT Women's Champion match at NXT TakeOver Unstoppable? I had to Google which one it was so that I would have all this pertinent information. But this and the 30-minute Iron Woman match, these are two examples of what the Raw Divas division should look like. So hopefully, at some point it will.
Honestly, if you want to watch something and you feel like watching something good, you should probably watch Kenny Omega versus Haruka. If you Google Kenny Omega versus 9-year-old Haruka, you'll be entertained by Kenny Omega's extremely, deviousness and evil tendencies as he beats up a 9-year-old girl for 5 minutes. We watched that one in West. It's some. All right. So I think that's it. That's it. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening. We would really appreciate it. Yeah, you can follow us, smarksnark.com, twitter.com/smarksnark, facebook.com/smarksnark. There's a few other emails and stuff that you can get at. Yankum, what were those?
You can contact us at contact@smarksnark.com. If you're a wrestler or a booker, or you put up the ring, or you handed, I don't know, friggin' Chuck Taylor a towel one time to wipe the sweat off his face, you can message us at booking@smarksnark.com. Gunner@smarksnark.com for all your complaints.
Wait, we missed the points, didn't we?
No, we didn't do points this week.
No points this week? Alright, no points this week.
I mean, NetJester obviously got negative points.
Someone put the buzzer under the show. This is gonna be great. Alright, everybody. So yeah, you can give us a call. You know that, right? 812-408-9666 or 812-408...
Woo!
Thank you all for listening, and remember, we wish you well in your past, present, and future endeavors.
I dropped my connection in San Francisco.
Income is death.
And NetJester's out of here. Take us out, Omega VR.
Good night, Sandusky.